So move over, Fujifilm. I think we have a new king of JPEGs, and that is in the LUMIX S5 Mark II. Now, if you talk to almost anybody about what they think the best camera system for JPEGs is, almost everyone's going to tell you Fujifilm, and that's because they have so many amazing different film simulations. They have customization within those film simulations. I mean, they do really have a great little monopoly on that thing so far. But there's one feature in this camera that absolutely changes the game for me, at least, and that is the ability to add your own LUTs in. It's something that the Sony cameras can do in video, but you can also use those LUTs in photo mode on the LUMIX S5 Mark II, which then basically allows you to use whatever preset or LUT you have as the JPEG. Now, I'm not going to get into all the specifics of how to actually do that. Tyler Stallman made a great video I'll link below. But after using Fujifilm for so long and just seeing some gimmicky things, I wasn't exactly convinced. So the other day, I loaded a few of my LUTs onto this camera, a color one and a black and white one. So we're going to go out and see how they actually work and see if they actually do what they say they're going to do. So it's been a little bit of time since I've done a video like this, but I was recently watching a video by Tyler Stallman talking about using LUTs as your JPEG, basically film simulation or however you want to do it. And since I actually have my own LUTs based on my own presets, I decided to go and actually check them out. So I'll link his video below to talk about how you can actually do that. But once I loaded some of my LUTs onto the camera and just started shooting the JPEGs, I was legitimately really excited with just the output and how things came out. I don't know why, but I've just never found the Fujifilm JPEGs to work like how I want them to. I've worked on a lot of different things to try to make them kind of fit, but it just never has worked how I wanted them to. And so using obviously my own LUTs that are based off of my presets and putting those on top of the JPEGs in camera was really cool. So I did shoot RAW plus JPEG and then used the kind of before photo here by just simply converting the RAW photo. And then what you see here as the kind of after thing is actually the JPEG coming from the camera. So it's probably the first time I've gone out and done a full shoot and used just the JPEG. And again, if you've watched a video like this from me before, you know, like I'm not really a street photographer, and all I'm really trying to do in these things is kind of sharpen my brain, get some fresh air, and look for some interesting compositions. It's nothing I'm planning on selling or doing anything other than sort of being like an athlete and going to practice. So getting out and just walking around looking for compositions is something that's always been really helpful for me, and I feel like I should do it more often. But sometimes this time of year, everything is just rainy and bleh. And so if I can get out and just make some photos, even if nothing is going to go anywhere, it's kind of a win because it just puts my brain back into a creative space. And again, I'm not really even as concerned with the output as much as I am just the process of going out and doing it. And you can see here, I'm actually switching my film simulation, as I'm, I guess, calling it, over to one of my black and whites. And again, I was really impressed with how these came out. So I'll let you all watch the rest of this video if you're interested. I feel like it's always interesting to just see what people are seeing. So going in and just walking around and trying to see what I noticed to try to make something that's interesting. Again, nothing's crazy here or something that I'm going to be super proud of or really do anything with, but I feel like kind of seeing things in a different way and forcing your brain to be creative can be super helpful. So obviously I'll list the LUTs below if you are interested in picking them up. And again, I'll put Tyler Stallman's video in the description as well as a resource for you to kind of check out how you actually load them onto the camera. So thanks so much for watching. If you're interested in checking out my original video on the S5II, you can do it up in the card here. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all on the next one.